Dr. Bhalla, there are lots to talk in terms of the numbers and how it has really panned out. Where do you think did the pollsters and those who were talking about the swing and the gains got it wrong?
Well, across the board, actually, if you take out some of the few places where they got it right. So look, first, as far as the sophologists are concerned, this is a rare event where the entire class fails. This has not happened too many times before. The one time I do remember it happened when I was one of the very few who got it right, which was Bihar in 2015. So this is a very rare event. And therefore, I think the pollsters, the sophologists have to introspect. All of us, including the Congress has to introspect, India Alliance has to introspect, as well as the BJP, as to what happened in this election. I mean, I think what Nija said correctly, the one victor, solid victor, and all the time it comes out, is the Indian voter. And, the important lesson that all of us have to take, especially the opposition in this case, which constantly was harping about how this election was not fair, how the electoral machines, etc. So I hope that has been banished from our thought forever. This democracy is working very well. Last point I want to make on this is that Manshingvi said that, how basically the statistical point is very correct that the BJP on its own has got more seats than the entire India opposition put together. And he went into how the Congress had fought fewer seats than the BJP. Well, the comparison is with the entire 543 seats. Both of them were in alliance, and therefore this is a resounding defeat, if you will, for the Congress in terms of the alliance. And their strike rate, as has been mentioned, is much, much lower than the BJP. So, let's all be fair. The BJP and the alliance, NDA alliance, did very well, but certainly not up to their own expectations or the expectations of the pollsters, and did not they got a majority on their own in the sense of the entire alliance, but the BJP
Bhalla, in terms
was
of,
banking
since
on a majority on its own.
Talk about economics as well, as an economist, if you could wear that hat for us for a few minutes and give us a sense of what will it do to the policy roadmap which has been prepared by Prime Minister Modi.
I don't think it will do, look, on economic policies, there have been lots of approval, lots of correct things have been done, and there have been some mistakes made. I don't, for one, see any changes in economic policy in a fundamental sense. There will be tweaking, there should be tweaking, there should be reforms. Many of us have talked about the need for income tax reform. And some of the unfinished agenda of reforms, and that's as it should be. And I think what is really coming out for me, at least, from this, is that the chances of reforms have increased, not decreased, by the fact that now there are checks and balances on the NDA, on the BJP, as well as the NDA. So this is now, a more cooperative, and there will be if you will, the slight, not even slight, but mistakes that were made in economic policy are unlikely to continue, because the coalition will go ahead and work together for a common agenda and an improved agenda. So I am very satisfied with the prospect that the economic policies will continue. It's been a remarkable achievement on economic side, what has happened in the last 10 years in India. Absolutely remarkable. And whether you want to compare with our own history or compare with other countries, this has been the most striking feature of this administration. So therefore, the legitimate question is, what went wrong? And I think that's where all of us, you and analysts and experts will now look into, because clearly something didn't go according to plan.
Right.
And
No,
that's
Dr.
what
Bhalla, take
we
that
should
point.
learn from.